Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. In motion goes the tight end. On second down, McNair. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Elway on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. LaShawn McCoy taking it in. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2. in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. Completes it right side to Cooper. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you could...
And McCoy loses the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at...
I wanna sit on private planes. I wanna scream my name on top of the Eiffel Tower. On the Eiffel Tower. I wanna hit that blackjack. I wanna take that money and run right here, right now. Right here, right now. But I won't take that train. I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. Show in Tokyo, I wanna karaoke, bump it a little bit louder, a little bit louder. Hey, I wanna sing along with Elton John in a white limousine, rolling right here, right now, right here, right now. But I won't take that train, I won't catch that flight if you're not on that plane. We ain't taking off tonight. Scream your name, wanna make you smile. Let's be runaways, leave it all behind. Will you take that train? Will you catch that flight? If you're on that plane, we'll be taking off tonight. The money in the world, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all in the world. And even if we're broke, baby, don't mean a thing to me, 'cause you're all in the world. Right here, right now. I need you right here, right now. Oh, I need you right here, right now. Yeah, I need you right here, right
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get lit from a little. I know you're terrified about what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave to lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody getting, we on the town. Hey, never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike. Lose it. Lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorite station. You hear the same old song. I feel like, dog, I'm about to drop the bomb. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody can. We on the town. Hey, I never come down. I never come down. Blow one down, pass it around. Hey, what with me now? We running wild. Hey, and nobody gang. We on the town. Hey, I never come down. I never come down. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. I might lose it.
Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and we are underway from Ford Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. On first down, Elway. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it's good enough for a Jacksonville first. On first, they'll throw with Elway. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marvin Harrison, 67 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. They'll look to throw. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. Well, I guess the opening drive touchdown wasn't enough. They wanted 2 instead of 1 on top of that.
Well, this team is obviously going for the crusher. All right, they don't want to mess around with just kicking the standard extra point and kind of letting you off the hook for giving up the touchdown. Now they want to really rub your face in it and say, guess what? We're going to be doing this all game long.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the run, it's Bush. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
2nd down, Rivers. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So the three-time Pro Bowler Javon Curse with a tackle there.
And you get selected for that game because you are a consistently dominant performer. And that's what he is. We always think about him being a pass rusher, but he can play the run as well. A guy that you just have to game plan for every week.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
Rivers from the gun on third down. Throwing left side. He's got Clark complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on first down. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Rivers over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a foot. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Peterson alone in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. They find some open field here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Out of the pistol, it's McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses. And now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, on a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd down, Rivers again. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his 2nd there. Boy, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked for
something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
This is Bush. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. We've got a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it, we can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Throwing Rivers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. This is caught. Clark. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. Dallas Clark, 29 yards. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead.
Remember the one-dimensional tight ends who just put their hand in the ground and block people? Well, if you're that guy now, you're probably a fullback in an I formation offense. These tight ends nowadays can do everything. Block, run, and catch. Beautiful connection for a touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So they go out of the gun, try to delay it on the draw, but nothing there.
Yeah, good play by the defense there. They sniffed it out and made sure there were no gaps for him to run. If you're the offense, though, you have to think to yourself, maybe I go play action down the road.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. On 1st and 10, Elway. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Elway. And a first hookup with his veteran tight end, Dallas Clark. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Elway. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Elway now off of play action.
And once again, leverage wins.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dallas Clark in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now a play fake here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Madison. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat towards the receiver and have a chance to bat the ball away as they...
Couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's a...
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Javon Curse, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Second down, Rivers. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Macklin. A good pickup there, a 22. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
On second down, Rivers again. Looking left side, that's caught by Macklin. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Really nice little connection there. They go with the corner route, and it works out well.
And the best way to set up the corner route is to throw slants throughout the ball game so that when you're able to get back outside, the defender has to respect the inside game.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. 7 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Rivers. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he will take it in for the touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 29 yards. And his guys have made this a one-score game now.
I think if you pulled defensive backs they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
Play clock winding down. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And a cut to the left sideline. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. Touchdown, Jaguars. LaShawn McCoy, 79 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. So they're going to go for two.
Leopard! Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And this is caught, Jeremy Maclin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Oh, no, he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the legend, Ray Nitschke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. A give to McCoy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Elway. And he's got an open man, Clark. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And on third down, Dallas Clark, he's a bread and butter guy, and he shows you why there.
I've always liked bread and butter. Always.
Who doesn't like
bread and butter? That's why I love that description.
Yeah.
I love that description, though, because that's what you want to go to, right? Something that feels good, makes plays for you. Dallas Clark did that all the time. Didn't matter the situation.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this.
Like the clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open, unwinding every moment. Like the clock is broken, never stopping, never slowing. Yeah, we're living wide open. We know we are brighter than all the stars. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever. We make the rules, break 'em when we want to. As long as we're together, we'll stay young forever.
Yes, ain't gonna waste you, lover. No way, you'll be alright. You're